All right, let's try this again. All right, you know what time it is. Once again, as usual, time's what about that time with the sub time already, motherfucker. If you don't know, now you know. Get straight to it. Let's do this shit now. Okay, so the topic of discussion was, I was watching a show from Mr.Locario and Cunningham. The topic was Rajaee Black. He was a guy who he killed his ex-wife and girlfriend because his ex-wife made it difficult for him to see his kids, making his life a living hell, taking all of his money, and basically accused him of molesting and raping his kid. I mean, so because of that, when he thought he moved on, got him another chick, she ended up doing the exact same thing. His girlfriend said, what your ex-wife did to you, I'm gonna do the same thing to you. Now that the moment she had got pregnant. So it's like this man's life was a living hell. He couldn't take it anymore. He got pushed to the edge, and he got tired of the bullshit, and ended up killing his ex-wife and his ex-girlfriend, and then made a video about it. Well, he posted it on video of him killing his ex-wife and girl, and his pregnant ex-girlfriend. So, yeah. But anyways, what Mr. Locario and Miles were saying is that, oh, this man is weak. Oh, he doesn't have any game and all this crazy shit. And it's like, what the hell? Like, you don't know what this man has been through. You don't know what these women put these men through. You don't know what type of struggles that he went through, how difficult he had tried to see his children and all this stuff. And this man is speaking, these guys are commenting from a standpoint where they don't even have kids, so they don't even know what it's like. You're speaking on a situation you know nothing about. They don't have kids, and they're talking about this man is weak because the woman is doing everything she can in her power, using the state and the government and the powers that be to make it to where this man can't see his kid. Then you're falsely accusing this man of being a rapist, which can ruin the accusation alone can have you thrown in jail for years of your life. And even if it's found out that it's not true, people are still not going to want to hire you just because of the accusation alone. You're not only are you trying to make it difficult for this man to see his kid, you're trying to ruin his life in the process. Like, that's the thing. And this man was finally gotten to the breaking point to where he's like, I can't take this shit anymore. This was his way of fighting back. I'm not saying that he's right to kill his ex-girlfriend and wife. I'm just saying that you back someone into a corner. Like, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen? Like you spent years of your life fucking with people. Then when that person that you fuck with finally fights back, they're weak. Like, what the fuck? So they should just continue to let you fuck with them? Is that what Mr. Locario and Miles are saying? Like, what the hell? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. How these men are telling the guy that he's weak. How is he weak? Because he decided, I'm tired of the bullshit. Because he's saying, man, screw this. I'm not going to take this shit anymore. I mean, these women, they have gotten too comfortable knowing that because they're women, they can do whatever they want. And society allows them to do it because they're women. They've gotten too comfortable with knowing that men aren't going to do anything back to them, that they don't fear the repercussions of their actions. So when something like that does happen, they get surprised. They don't see it coming. When what the fuck do you expect to happen when that's all you do is fuck with people? You were going to ruin my entire reputation over a false allegation. Like, especially if you have a good job, you make a lot of money, you're taking my money from me every month for this child that you don't even let me see. You don't want me around my child, but I gotta pay for it. Like, what the fuck? That's stupid. You want to keep me away from my child while expecting me to pay for a child that I don't even see. And that makes sense. To who? Like, that's bullshit, man. Like, how are you gonna call this man weak when you don't even know what this woman is putting this man through? You niggas who are talking about how weak this man is, y'all niggas have never been through no shit like this. Like, y'all, the Mr. Locario and the Miles, they don't have kids. They've never been through a situation like this. They don't know what it's like to have guys, to have women do shit like that to them, man. I mean, and I'm not speaking on it from the standpoint that I have kids, but I'm just saying, like, I understand that it's like, how the fuck can you call a dude weak because he's tired of the bullshit, man? You fuck with somebody every day. and that person that you fuck with finally stands up for themselves and they're weak, they should just continue to let you spit in their fucking face. Like, what the fuck? No, man. I mean, and y'all want to make fun of this guy's a bitch, this guy's weak, this guy has no game, this guy's a beta. Well, this guy has no game, and these bitches are dead. So I mean, I'm just saying, who wins in the end? I mean, he has no game, he's a weak dude, but these bitches are dead. So at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know. Like, you just spend years of your life making someone's life a living hell, and then expect people to just sit in silence and just eat the shit. You don't know what these women put this man through, man. And then you're making light of mental illness by talking about, oh, well, this dude is weak. He's weak. Oh, he's facing depression. He's weak. Like, what? Man, I don't even know, man. And there was another video that I seen with the Man Mindset and Coach EO where they were reporting on the same story, and they were saying they're calling the dude a bitch because of what this man was going through, saying that he was wrong for ending these women's lives and whatnot. But you see, all they cared about was the aftermath. They didn't care about what led up to the shit and the shit that happened before. They didn't care about the events that led up to the moment in which he decided to end not only his life but the lives of these women. I mean, he killed those women, and he's a bitch because he was tired of the bullshit. But had he still been alive, and had he been still going through it, and had he reached out to any one of y'all for help, the first thing y'all would have done was laugh, make fun of him, he's a bitch, and all this shit. Like, it's hard for men to reach out and try to gain help from other guys because it's like, whenever you try to, it's, you're a bitch, you're weak, you're all of this shit. And not only does that not help him out of the situation he's in to change things for the better, but you make him feel actually worse about the situation he's in. He's a bitch because he got fucked with and decided enough was enough. The dude is labeled as a villain after he did what he did, but nobody even cared about beforehand what this man was going through. Matter of fact, if y'all knew what he was going through, y'all would have laughed at his face and made him feel worse. And then Coach EO gonna talk about some, oh, well, my heart and condolences go out to those women. What do you mean to the fucking women? Dude, those bitches made his life living hell. And the world will be better off without them living on Earth, man. They made his life a living hell. They were the bane of his existence. And they falsely accused this man of molesting his own kid and would have ruined his entire life over the allegation alone. How the fuck are you gonna say your heart and condolences go out to a woman who falsely accused a man of molesting his own child? Falsely accused? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas, bro? Y'all, like, bro, y'all, I don't know, man. Like, y'all laugh at these niggas for getting fucked with by these women. And when these dudes say, fuck this, enough is enough, let me fight back and retaliate, they're wrong. Like I said, I don't think that he should have killed those women, but I honestly do believe the world is a better place without those women because at least those bitches won't live to fuck around and do no shit like this to nobody else. Because if they were doing all that shit to this dude, how many other dudes have they probably would have done that shit to after him? That's two less women on earth that'll ever get the opportunity to do that shit to another nigga ever again. And I approve this message. That shit right there, man. And I'm not gonna, I'm gonna try to be respectful when I make this, but it's just, that was one of the things that just pissed me off about the video, because I'm like, you're not even taking into consideration what the woman did to this man, bro. And then blaming the man for everything, bro. Like, I'm not saying that the dude shouldn't take accountability, but I'm saying, like, you're blaming the dude for things he didn't even do. Like, what the fuck? Like, this woman falsely accused this man of molesting his own kid, something that can ruin his entire life by the allegation alone. This man could lose his job over the allegation alone. So not only do I have to pay monthly I have to pay monthly for a kid I never see. but now you're going to make it difficult for me to keep my job, so now I won't even afford to pay. So if I lose my job, I can't pay the child support necessary to keep me out of jail. So I don't see my kid and I have to pay, but then you see that I have no problem paying. So now you're trying to ruin my job prospects by lying on me, saying that you're a rapist and all this, you molested your kids and shit. Like, come on, man, that's stupid. Like, what kind of shit is that, man? That's what this man was going through. He couldn't take it anymore, man. Like, I don't even say, I'm not saying that, I wouldn't even say that he's weak. I would just say he was fed up. He was tired. He was angry, he was tired, and he couldn't take it anymore. He was tired of the bullshit. Well, what the fuck did you expect to happen? Like, you think you could just fuck with people and people aren't just supposed to do anything back? What makes you think that you're just supposed to fuck with somebody and that person isn't supposed to fuck with you back? That person isn't supposed to, like, do something. Nah, man, you're ruining this man's fucking life. And then his ex-girlfriend threatened to do the same shit to him. So now he's gonna have it done to him twice. Like, damn, you get with a new woman thinking that she's different. And you know what? He probably told this woman everything that my ex-wife did to me. Oh, my ex-wife, she did all this stuff. She did this to me. She did that to me. She fucked me over this way. See, that's the thing, man. It's why you never tell women about how another woman fucked you over, because she'll listen to that shit, and then that's just a way that she can, like, that's just a way that she can just use. Like, never tell a woman what another woman did to fuck you over, man, because she's just going to use that as her way to fuck you over. You're basically teaching her how to fuck you over, man. Never tell a female how another woman did you wrong, because all she's going to do is use that shit as a way to fuck you over that same way. If she gets the opportunity to do so, she gonna fuck you over the same way. And you just gave her the blueprints of how to do it. Nah, but I just don't like how those men were calling, they were calling him weak. He wasn't weak, man. He was tired. He was fed up. He was somebody who couldn't take it anymore, man. Like, you just, like, his life was, like, he was facing depression, man. Like, are you telling, like, so people who are facing depression are weak? People who go through certain issues in their life and kill themselves over depression, like, that's weak? Like, you don't even know what it's like to live their lives, man. This man lived a life that was 10 times more difficult than yours. And he's weak for not wanting to put up with that shit anymore. I mean, it's like they were blaming the dude for, like, everything, even for shit that he didn't even do. Like, for example, like, they were even blaming the dude for why like, Mr.Locario and Miles, they were blaming the dude for why the woman put the false rape charge on him, like that's his fault. It's your fault this woman put this false rape charge on you. What the fuck? Like, how do you justify that shit? Like, this dude Miles, he was like, oh, well, I was in a relationship with a woman and she had 3 kids and I took care of all 3 of the kids and 2 of them were women. How come the woman that I was with never accused me of molesting her children? Maybe because she's not that type of bitch who would do some shit like that. Maybe it's common, like, maybe she's not the type of woman who will go out of her way to fuck over a dude to be like, you know, this guy molested my kids. Like, she's not the type of woman who would do that, because most women with common sense, which they aren't many, but most women with common sense will look at it and be like, that's some despicable shit. Why the fuck would I do that to any man? And any woman who would do that shit to any woman is a, pardon my French, but it's a stupid bitch. And you deserve to be punished. Like, if a nigga kills you because you falsely accuse him of some shit like that, you could ruin this man's life. And if he kills you, why the fuck I'm gonna feel bad for a bitch that got killed like this? No, fuck you. You deserve that shit. I don't feel bad. The fuck? You're a stupid woman. Like the thing is, the woman that you're with was a good woman to where she would never do no shit like that. But there are women out here who would do shit like that. Your woman is not the type of woman who would do that. And I would never blame myself for why a woman would accuse me of some shit that I didn't do. I'm not blaming myself. And you're saying that, oh, this only happens to weak men. No, the fuck it doesn't. It can happen to any man. Mike Tyson is a strong man. He got falsely accused of rape. Tupac got falsely accused of rape. Brian Banks, he got falsely accused of rape and went to jail for 6 years. So was that his fault? Is he a fucking, is he weak? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, it's not your fault that a woman falsely accused you of some shit you didn't do. That's, it's the woman and her mentality, the type of woman that you're dealing with. The mentality of the woman, if she's the type of woman who would do that shit, then you need to take preventative measures to remove yourself from that situation. You got to do everything you can in your power to make sure you protect yourself against women who do shit like this. But it's never something that I would blame myself for. Oh, men who get falsely accused of rape, that doesn't happen to strong men. What the fuck are you talking about? It'll happen to any man. Like, a woman could do that shit for little to no reason. She can do it for as little of a reason as you broke up with her and she didn't like the way things ended, so she'll falsely accuse you of rape. Like, how many women have called the police on a dude talking about he beat me and he didn't do it, and the dude went to jail? Was that dude weak because she decided to call the police on the dude? I mean, it's funny how these niggas say that you can't control the actions of what women do, but anything a woman does is somehow always your fault. This why I be saying fuck the game, bro. This shit don't make sense. This shit is retarded, bro. And like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or like cuss anybody out or like be disrespectful to Mr.Locario or Mouse or anything like that. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. But the thing is, when you call somebody weak because they're put in a position to where they're trapped in a corner and they can't take it anymore, and whenever they try to reach out for help, the world laughs. It's like you skating on thin ice, Oh yeah, but like I said, women falsely accuse men of molesting, beating them, whatever, falsely accused accusations. They do that shit based off of how they feel. Like, I'm not gonna blame, like, should I blame myself? I'm sorry. Anyways, should I blame myself for how another human being feels? I'm never blaming myself for how somebody else feels, man. If she the type of female with that mentality to be this much of a spiteful bitch, to be like, let me falsely accuse this man of molesting his kids or whatever, or like molesting children or whatever, if she's that type of female to do shit like that, then she's an evil bitch and she got what she deserved. Yeah, sure, there were other ways he could have handled it, but I'm just saying though, you keep fucking with people and you push them into a corner, they're gonna snap. I think it's a good end point right here. If I want to make a part 2, I will. But pretty much, for now, I'm out.